Sup you guys, AS Declassified here. So, this video is going to be about, a fun, simple little topic regarding Power Rangers, of course. What the fuck else do I talk about on this channel? So, yeah, here are the top 5 things that Power Rangers no longer does in its seasons or something like that. I'll figure out the title. Whatever. The top 5 things that Power Rangers, no longer does. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah. And this list is in no particular order. It's just, whatever comes out of my mouth first. So, alright. Number 1, Battleizers. Power Rangers, for whatever reason, no longer does Battleizers. So, yeah, Battleizers used to be that, that power-up mode, suit of armor thing that all Red Rangers would get, They no longer do this. Don't know why, but yeah, Battleizers, they were like an original mode, right? Like it didn't come from the Super Sentai. The mode was American made specifically for the show, unique to the Power Rangers show. And they were awesome. They were dope, And for a while, they were a staple in this show, like every season, like it was expected that we were going to get a Battleizer. Every new season would come, okay, new Rangers, new powers. Can't wait to see what that new Battleizer is going to look like. It was just expected. And back when Disney on the show, like they would always have these like marathons for the Battleizer. It'll be like, to get you prepared for Jack getting his Battleizer, let's have a marathon of all the Red Rangers before him getting theirs. Like, I used to love that shit. But yeah, it became a tradition for every Red Ranger to get a Battleizer ever since In Space. Ever since the iconic episode, Mission in Secret City, I believe is the title. Like, ever since that iconic episode, Red Rangers started getting Battleizers, like, all the time. So in that episode, I think that little girl that used to hang out with them, like Sylvie, like she pushed the forbidden button on Andros' Battleizer morpher and it almost killed him. But then it didn't, and it gave Andros like more power, like it gave him this suit of armor, it gave him missiles, it gave him a 6-pack, like it was the ultimate upgrade. And I love that Battleizer. That Battleizer, that's the part of my childhood, man. I love it. And then next year, like Leo got a little armor thing, and then so on and so forth. Like every Red Ranger started getting armor until I think the last time there was a Battleizer was Overdrive, huh? It's a shame, really. Like, I always loved the Battleizers. Obviously, I have mad love for Andros' Battleizer. That's nostalgia for me. But I love so many of them, too. And some of them are just, like, they're just works of art, man. Like, the Wild Force one, like Cole's, what was it? The Animarium armor? Like, that thing was like a work of art. If I'm going by my memory, I haven't seen the thing in years, but I remember that the thing was beautiful and I loved it, But yeah, I like Shane's as well, and I like Connor's, and SPD's was pretty dope too. Hell, Super Sentai liked SPD's. Like Super Sentai looked at SPD's Battleizer, they were like, damn, that thing is dope. Let us borrow that. Like, they literally took the Battleizer concept and put it in, like, the next Deca Ranger verse movie or whatever. They were like, okay, Bon Bon, you are going to use that Battleizer. Okay, you and Rick better come together. Like, I love it. I love it. What was the Japanese... what was the Japanese name for Rick? Was it Murphy? I think it was Murphy. I haven't seen Deca Ranger in years. But yeah, I thought that was dope. That they would take the American Battleizer and be like, you know what, we're going to use that for our shit too. That is so dope, man. But yeah, we haven't had Battleizers in a long, long time. And honestly, I don't think we need them anymore because nowadays, Super Sentai tends to give their Red Rangers this like extra mode or this extra power up or whatever. Like they did in like Samurai, they had Super Samurai mode and they had whatever it was called in Dino Supercharged, I don't know, that carnival shit. Whatever they called it, they had it. And I think, in Ninja Steel, Brody's gonna get like an extra mode or whatever too. So they don't really need Battleizers anymore. Like if they gave like Brody a Battleizer after you got that Super Ninja mode or whatever, it would be redundant. It would be overkill. It's kind of what they did in Dino Thunder. Like Connor already had like a Super Sentai power-up mode, and then they gave him a Battleizer anyway. And I do like Connor's Battleizer, but it's overkill. It's redundant. Like, I could have did without the Dragon Yo-Yo, you guys. You didn't have to do this. So, but yeah, Battleizers, they're dope. And I miss them. So number 2 on the list, I guess, would be team ups. We haven't had like a real team up in a long time. And I feel like I need to clarify what I mean by team up. Because when I say team up, I mean the current Ranger team teams up or unites with the previous Ranger team, like with the previous core Ranger team, or like all of the previous Ranger team from like the year previous, okay? So like the Ninja Steel Rangers team up with the core 5 Dino Charge Rangers, or they team up with all of the Dino Charge Rangers. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about like the Ninja Steel Rangers team up with Tyler. No. Okay, I'm not talking about no Clash of the Red Ranger shit. I mean a full real team up, you guys. 2 teams uniting, you know, to the power. That's what I mean, okay? We haven't had that in a long time. And like the Battleizers, team ups used to be a staple of Power Rangers. I would expect this shit. Like every season, I would look forward to the team up. I'm like, how the team up is gonna be and how the Battleizers is gonna be. That's what I look forward to, okay? What kicked off the tradition of team ups was the Lost Galaxy in Space team up. We had a team up prior to that with Zeo and the Alien Rangers of Aquatal. But the Lost Galaxy and the In Space team up, that is what kicked off the tradition. That team up was fire, man. That team up was, it's a classic. It has some of the best action in Power Rangers even today. That shit is a classic. And ever since then, we just kept getting team ups and team ups and team ups. All until SPD? I want to say SPD. I think SPD was the last time we had like a real, like the classic team up. That's a shame. That was 2005, y'all. I tell you, man, I was so distraught. I was so distraught when Mystic Force didn't have a team up. Because Mystic Force is when they first, like, Disney just shortened the episodes. Oh, 38, they went down to 32. And then we kept getting, like, the future episode descriptions. And I kept looking at them, and I'm like, I don't see anything talking about a team up. And I was just so sad. Like, I really wanted to hold in hope. Like, I really wanted to keep the hope that we were going to get a Mystic Force SPD team up, and we just didn't. And I was sad about it. And then we didn't get a Mystic Force Overdrive team up, and I was also sad about that. But then we didn't get a Jungle Fury Overdrive team up, and I didn't care at that point. It's just whatever. So we haven't really had a real team up in a long time, you know? And side note, when I first started to learn about Super Sentai, I got so mad that we didn't have like a Turbo Zeo team up. I was like, wait, they have these movies all the time, and they had like this Car Ranger, O-Ranger team up. Why didn't we get this? Like I was so mad. Like I wanted Tommy and the others to be like Zeo Rangers, and then TJ and the others as Turbo teaming up, and we didn't get that. You know, I was like, oh. But yeah, all right. But back to this. I miss team ups. I really do. It would be nice if Ninja Steel did it. Like if Ninja Steel had a team up with, you know, Dino Charge, you know, but yeah, whatever. I don't hold my hope out for anything these days, but yeah, whatever. Moving right along, number 3, Foot Soldiers. Original Foot Soldiers, like made specifically for Power Rangers. We don't get that anymore either. Like, and I used to love it. Like thinking back on it, like as a kid and stuff, I used to love the originally made Foot Soldiers before I even knew that they were the original ones. I used to love them a lot, you know. I love the Z-Putties, I love the Tangas, the Quandrons, the Stingwingers, you know, and the Tyrannodrons. Like I love them, you know. The only ones I didn't care for that much were the Piranhatrons, you know. And I'm talking about the TV show Piranhatrons. The ones in the movie with the human face and shit. No, those were atrocious. The TV Piranhatrons were alright. I didn't care about them that much, you know. Oddly enough, I liked the Piranhatrons more when they were in space. I can't tell you why. I just liked them there. Maybe it's because like, oh yeah, I remember those guys from Turbo. You know, so seeing the In-Space Rangers fight the Piranhatrons and the Quantrons at the same time, I love that. And I also would love like when the, you know, the showrunners there create like the new unique American made Foot Soldiers, but then they will also use the Japanese Foot Soldiers still, like, you know, the Stingwingers for Lost Galaxy, and then they would also use like the Swabbies, like those ridiculous looking pirate Foot Soldiers. Like they still use them. I love that. Or like in Dino Thunder when they had the T-Drones, but then they kept the those things, the Triptoids, I think is what they call them. They used to carry the little staffs and shit. Like, I like that they use both of them. I love that. But yeah, we haven't had an original American-made Power Ranger Foot Soldier since Dino Thunder. I think that was the last time, 2004. Damn. Damn. Okay, guys. Full disclosure. So this portion of the video is an amendment to the original version. So my original number 4, I decided to change it because A, I didn't like it, and B, it led to a long rant about Super Mega Flop. And you know, at this point, I mean, look, it's old news, okay? I don't need to be spending all my time hating on Super Mega Force. It was a terrible season, but you know, we move on, okay? We move on. I'm looking forward, not backwards. So, okay, new number 4 on this list. All right, number 4. Power Rangers doesn't do lead women villains anymore. Okay, we have not had a woman villain who is in charge of all the evil folks in, I think, 17 years, okay? I think the last one we had was Queen Bansheera. I could be wrong, but I think I'm not. So, I mean, we could go down the list real quick. Like, after Queen Bansheera, there was what? Rancic, then there was Master Orc, then there was Lothar, then there was Mesogog, then there was Emperor Grum, then there was, the Master, then there was, well, there was a bunch of factions in Overdrive. Oh, there was Miratrix in Overdrive, but Camdor was over her, so she don't count. Then there was Jungle Fury. Dadashi was in charge. RPM, that was a virus. There's no gender there. So after RPM, well, Demons Master Xandred. Then after him, what was it? Insects. I don't know, some bugs, whatever. And then after that, there was what? Look, it don't matter. Point is, it's been nothing but a sausage fest in the Power Ranger lead villain seat for 17 years now, okay? No women villains, no head bitches in charge for 17 years, okay? Which is weird to me because, you know, back in the day when I was growing up, you know, there was no shortage of women, evil women in charge. There was no shortage of the evil women, okay? You know, we had Rita Repulsa, the iconic Rita Repulsa, the most famous of all Power Ranger villains, you know, with her comb titties, you know, and her evil, petty plans. Rita was a bad bitch. I don't have to explain her up to you. We know what she did. You know, she trapped Zordon in the time warp, and she spiked Lord Zed's drink, you know, and she tricked him into marriage for power and stuff, and she got that good facelift, you know, put that glitter on her cheeks, you know. Rita was a bad bitch, you know, and then we had Divatox, you know, the queen of evil and queen of all space pirates. And then we had Astronomer, the Queen of Evil, or the Princess of Evil, depending on what episode you watch. And sometimes the Dark Princess of Space, you know, and she had all the wigs, like Astronomer's wig game was on point. Nobody could touch her, you know, and she was a bad bitch. Then we had Trakina, she was also a bad bitch and an insect. You know, we had all these super cool lady villains and stuff, and then we didn't. I don't know what it is. I feel like we're long overdue for a new evil head bitch in charge. I feel like, you know, long overdue. You know, maybe Ninja Steel will change that. I think we're supposed to have some lady villain coming in soon, like some evil alien princess or some shit. I don't know. I like glanced at the Ninja Steel spoilers because I don't care that much. But, you know, maybe she'll be something, but I don't know. Whatever. Moving along to number 5. Alright, so number 5. Number 5. Teleportation. Power Rangers do not teleport anymore. This also used to be a staple of the early seasons, like the first 6. Like, the Rangers used to teleport all the time. Get that communicator, teleport everywhere. After In Space, that just stopped. Hell, even in Space, they barely did it. Like, you would see them teleport sometimes, but not as often as they used to, like in Mighty Morphin, or Zeo, or even Turbo. Like, in Space, it was just, well. I mean, I'm not that sad that they don't teleport anymore. Like, I used to love the effect. As a kid, like, the special effects of teleporting, I lived for it. But now, it's like, I don't miss it. It's whatever. You know, I mean, it kind of takes away from the stakes a little bit if the Rangers could just teleport out of danger all the time, which they did in Mighty Morphin. Like, seriously, they would be getting their ass whooped. It's like, all right, take 5. We'll be back. We got to speak to Zordon and teleport out. Okay, and also, like, it makes sense that they don't teleport. It's an excuse for why they have all those damn gadgets. Like, if you can teleport, there really wouldn't be a reason for why you have motorcycles and jets and shit. If you could just teleport. So yeah, I think In Space is the last time they teleported. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me. I know that they had like a teleportation system in Ninja Storm, but I'm talking about the Rangers on their own. Just push a button and teleport, not Cam teleporting them. Like, the Rangers on their own can do it. I haven't seen that in a long time. I mean, and again, like Megaforce, Gosei teleported them like in one episode, but that was Gosei, not the Rangers doing it on their own. So yeah, the Rangers teleporting on their own, we haven't had that in a long time, as far as I can remember. So yeah, that's it, a top 5 video. I was going to do more, like there's more in my head I can think of, but whatever, this video is long enough. So I'm done with this video. So yeah, comment if you want, I don't know. I don't know. You can tell me what's your favorite battle lines if you want, or you can tell me if there's other things that Power Rangers used to do, but they no longer do. You know, you can let me know in the comments if you would be so kind. Alright, later guys. Jamata.